Hi, welcome to Matinee Box. Today we have for the interview Ishita Moitra, the Bollywood screenplay writer, whose recent work has been Foremost Shots, Please, Season 1 and Season 2. So today's interview is based on that. Here we go with the questions to her. Ishita, what inspired you to write for such bold characters?
What inspired me to write such bold characters? I would say it's a one word, two word answer Rangita Nandi. She's the creator of this show, and the idea for such a show and these characters germinated from her heart. And Devika and I just happily came on board because this was a chance to be part of something incredible and tell the stories of such different, bold, unique, sassy women. Something that we were just looking to do something like this, and then Rongita called, and it sort of fell into our lap. So it's she inspired us to write these characters.
Thank you, Ishita. The next question is apart from the cast, all major crew is female led. Did it help conceptualize or ease things?
The fact that apart from the cast, the major crew is all female led, did it help conceptualize or ease things? For starters, I never had to begin a sentence with, as a woman, I feel dot dot dot. So there was a much deeper understanding of the issues and the things that we were talking about. In our show, mostly we try to talk about stuff in a fun way. But we are able to dive deep and provide context to the conversations and the character journeys because there are a lot of women in the writers' room. So it just becomes a bit easier. Like we can just go to step 3 as opposed to go to step 1 and start the explanation, you know. And also in terms of execution, the actors will be able to tell you this better. But I think it's been a wonderful experience for them because they even when they're shooting the scenes and just like hanging around the set, they can be who they are in a less sort of conscious environment. Also, the men on our set were very awesome as well. So I think it does help to have so many women in the cast and crew, especially for a show like this, which needs and talks about a feminine gaze more than anything else.
Thank you for the answer, Ishita. The next question is which is your best female character and why?
The two characters that I relate to the most would be Siddhi and Damini, because I feel like my perspective on life has been romantic, and the issues that Siddhi talks about, I kind of relate to a lot of them. And Damini, because I love how ambitious she is, how headstrong she is, how strong, what a strong, opinionated woman she is, and I wish I could be like her, unapologetically ambitious and strong willed, you know. So, yeah, it would be Siddhi and Damini.
Thank you. And the next question may be your favorite. Is screenplay writing something you always wanted to do?
Is writing something that I always wanted to do? I did. I knew very early on in life that I had a way with words, but when I was younger, I thought I would be a journalist. So I have also, when I was doing my undergraduation, I did intern with some media houses and magazines, etc. But slowly, I kind of figured that the kind of writing I want to do is fiction writing. The second part to this question is that basically I have lived all over the country. I've been to 10 schools. My father is an army officer. So I've been around lots of different kinds of people, heard lots of accents, lots of dialects, lots of languages growing up. So being a writer, a screenwriter, kind of helps me use this entire arsenal of words that I have in my head, into these, channelize it into stories. And so yeah, I think this is where I get a lot of my dialogues from the life experiences that I've had while growing up.
Thank you, Shita. The next we come to do you have any real life foremost shots women in life?
Are there any four more shots women in real life? For me, the entire crew of the show are real former shots women. So many of them are mothers, they're young mothers like Devika and Neha and Lisa, and everyone is balancing work and motherhood and their social life, everything so beautifully. I find them all so inspiring. Our editors of season 1 and 2, Jabin and Antara, I think both are magnificent women. Our directors, Nupur and Anu, and of course, Rongita and Ishita Nandi, Devika. I find all of them to be absolutely fantastic, inspiring women, and they are the real former shots women for me.
Thank you. Here we come to the next question. A large part of the audience has called it sort of pseudo feminism, disguising freedom for sex and alcohol for women. Uh, your response, please.
As for people who call it pseudo feminism, I feel like feminism is all about choices. It is about just understanding a basic fact that women are also human beings. So it could be their choice to do this or to not do this, to do that or not to do that. And who are you and we to judge? So, just let women own their own bodies and decide for themselves, what they want to do or not.
Thank you, Shita. The next question is were there some real life incidents attached to the plots, characters, or scenes?
So, were there some real life incidents attached to the characters, plots, scenes? We have a writer's room which includes Rongita Nandi, Ishita Nandi, who's the co-creator, Devika, of course, I, and also the director of the show, who was Nupur Asthana for season 2 and Anu Menon for season 1. So we are like 5 women in a room, and we talk and talk and talk about all stories that we've heard from our mothers, from our aunts, from our friends' mothers, their aunts, and a lot of this makes its way into the show. We try to have these no holds barred conversations that only women have with each other, the kind of conversations that thus far haven't made it on to the screens in India. So a lot of the scenes are, yes, definitely inspired by real life people and things that have happened to them.
Thank you, Shita, for the answer. The next question comes as we know that you have co-written Fomo Shots with Devika. So during writing the story, had any bone of contention or disagreement emerged between both of you?
During writing the story, had any bone of contention or disagreement emerged between the both of you? So what happens is that after we've written the episode, after Devika has written the screenplay and I've written the dialogue, we do readings, and we do these readings in our writer's room with the director and the Nandi sisters. So it's the 5 of us, and there we actually discuss every scene. We read out each scene and we discuss each line, and if we have creative differences, we talk them out, we convince each other. The thing is that we don't shy away from expressing our opinion. It's a very, very democratic setup. But we also know that all of us are here and all of us are voicing these opinions because we want the show to be better. We want every season to be better than the last season, and this is not personal, and it is actually women supporting each other to make their work even better. So, yeah.
Thank you. And here we come to our last question. What next projects do you have, and how soon do we expect you to start writing for Fomo Shots, please, season 3?
What are the next projects that I have? The film that I'm really looking forward to, which I have written the dialogue for again, is a biopic called Shakuntala Devi, and it stars Vidya Balan. It's produced by Abundantia, and it has been directed by Anu Menon, who also directed season 1 of Fomo Shots, please. How soon do we expect you to start writing on Fomo Shots season 3? So you'd be happy to know that Devika and I have already begun and done a considerable amount of work on season 3. So in terms of my future and current projects, I have decided that I want to write the stories of as many different kinds of women, diverse women, whether it is Captain Shikha Sharma in the test case, or the 4 girls from Fomo Shots, please, or Shakuntala Devi. The idea is to not just tell serious stories about women because only those will get taken seriously. The idea is to tell stories of diverse women from diverse backgrounds, because all of these women exist and they all have their stories, and it's been very, very, very long, and we've only seen two particular kind of women actually, the Sati Savitri or the vamp, and all of us actually exist, between these two extremes. So here's to more women's stories, and here's to more feedback like this. Thank you all for loving our show so much. We're all overwhelmed completely by all your messages and all the notifications that we keep getting. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Ishita, for all the answers. The interview comes to an end, and we have had detailed, beautiful answers from you. Thanks a lot, and we wish you will keep writing revolutionary stuff in future as well. We wish you all the best, and thank you. Thank you so much. Stay tuned with Matinee Box. We will keep coming back to you with the stories and reviews and interviews of the players behind the scenes. Thank you. Thank you so much.